All right, so let's move to the power rankings as we do each and every week. We look at the top 10, the bottom five. Sean, who is your bottom five this week?
Bottom five. I believe my 28 is a new team in the bottom five because I've got a Titans team that graduated. Congratulations, Tennessee.
Congrats.
They look. I don't want to say they look good, but they
No.
look serviceable. The Cardinals do not. So the Cardinals have arrived in the bottom five. 28 is the Arizona Cardinals. 29 the New York goddamn Jets. The 30 is the Browns. The Raiders at 31, pushing for 32.
Jets.
There's ever been a team pushing to be worst in the league. The Raiders and the Giants are fighting it out right now. But the Browns are like, not so fast. We have Shedeur.
Not so fast, my friend.
But we'll stick with the division rival, the New York Giants. We'll keep them at the bottom because F them.
Yeah, so EJ's bottom five. This may be the most shocking moment of the entire season. 28 Titans, 29 those Jets.
The goddamn Jets.
Number 30 in EJ's bottom five, the Kansas City Chiefs. Nobody is more shocked than everybody on this panel. It's been the world's longest course correction, but he has finally arrived. He has Raiders at 31, Giants at 32. Mike has the Dolphins at 28. Sorry, Devin. He has
the goddamn Jets
at 29. He also has the Chiefs at 30, Browns 31, and Raiders 32. Giants still hold at 28 for me. Titans move up into the 29 spot. Browns move up to the 30 spot because the Jets collapsing and the Raiders collapsing even further on the list for me. And it's brutal.
All these teams look terrible.
It's absolutely brutal. They all stink. Sean, who is your top 10 this week?
Let's take a look at the 10. As kind of an FU to everybody, and the fact that there could be one of 5 teams in the 10 spot. I'm going to go with the hottest team.
Joe Buck yourself.
The hottest team in football, the New Orleans Saints, coming in at number 10 as an FU to everybody else. Truth is, this is probably just the 49ers, but I still don't trust them. But this is the New Orleans Saints getting a hey, good job on your 3 wins from me. Then I got the Texans at 9. I got the Eagles at 8. Chargers in their playoff clinch at number 7. The Rams slide a bit to number 6. Broncos also moving south just a little to number 5. The Patriots.
The Denver Broncos.
There they are. Patriots coming in at number 4. Very AFC heavy top of the rankings here. But we got the Seahawks pulling number 3, holding the NFC's weight. And the Bears at number 1. But the Jaguars have moved into that 2 spot after a very impressive day of football on Sunday.
EJ, and man, boy, I wish he was here to talk about these because I have questions. Texans 10, Jaguars 9, 49ers 8, Eagles 7, Bills 6, Patriots 5, Broncos 4, Chargers 3, Seahawks 2, and the Rams stay at 1 despite a loss to the Seattle Seahawks. We'll talk about that. Mike has Packers 10, Texans 9, Jaguars 8, Chargers 7, Rams 6, Niners 5, Bears 4, Broncos 3, Patriots 2. Wait, is he have the Broncos? I think he means Seahawks maybe at 1. This might be an error on me. Let me pull up Mike's rankings as they were submitted. Seahawks at 1. That's gotcha. that one's on me. Seahawks at 1. Sorry, Mike, for getting the graphic wrong. We'll have to fire that graphics guy. He's made a couple of mistakes this week.
The worst.
For me, I have Bills 10, Packers 9, Chargers 8, Eagles 7, Patriots 6, Jaguars 5, Broncos 4, Rams 3, Seahawks 2, and the Chicago Bears are my new number 1 this week. Jason asks, and I believe Jason is a 49ers fan, asks, why are the Niners not in our top 10s? Because
F them, that's why.
Personally, I still don't really believe in them. I don't know if you were with us a couple minutes ago. We previewed the Bears Niners game. they haven't really beaten anyone good over the past.
And typically going into a game like that against the Bears, like where I'm like, okay, this team's going to get a chance to prove it. And if they beat the Bears, do they end up in my 10 next week? Yeah, probably. They've been in and out.
They will
of mine.
be in line if they win this week.
They've been in and out of mine. Sometimes they fall when they win because other teams win better games, or this bottom 4 teams, like 7 through 10, could be one of. I mean, there's 4 spots there for what could be like 8 teams, I think. And depending on the week, I shuffle them. But yeah, I just, it's like I said, I usually go back into the schedule. No, they would not be number 1. Sorry, Jason. I see he just posted if they beat the Bears,
No,
number 1.
Stop that.
That's ludicrous. They would still be in
Listen,
my
the
opinion.
Niners beat the Seahawks in week 1.
Right. Right. And it was like a.
Are you the college
remember
football
it was like
playoff
Darnold
committee for
stepped-
caring that hard about capping that?
It was like
hard
Darnold
for
was
week
driving
1?
to win the game and like stepped on his own player's leg and like fumbled the football or something, if I remember correctly. Like it was like, and could that have just not been a comeback anyway, I suppose. But it was like a weird ending to a weird game. But yeah, they got him. So good for them. The Seahawks weren't really rolling until I think like week 4.
There's 6-11-4 teams. The Niners are the worst of the 6. Like,
yeah, bottom 2. Yeah, I'd say of them, they were probably like there's 5 lost teams that I think are better than the 49ers.
literally, we just said over the last 8 weeks, the Niners
they have
not
a ton
beaten
of
anyone.
talent. Like, don't get me, they have talented players. I don't think a lot of it is at the quarterback position. It's nice that they paid Christian McCaffrey twice and just paid Christian McCaffrey and a quarterback for Christian McCaffrey. That's cute. But Brock Purdy is good. I don't think he's great. I think with some of the safety blankets go away, it's not. But
yeah, they beat the Rams in week 5. They also lost to the Rams 4 weeks ago, 42-26.
Right, it was a pretty rough showing.
So it's convenient. I mean, maybe that's in the next message.
It's a swap. And the injuries, like one of those injuries to Brock Purdy, I talked about it the whole way through. That when Brock Purdy wasn't in there, they were just they have the same guy.
Mac Jones is cheaper. Brock Purdy.
He's the same guy. He might even have better touch on his football. I like Mac Jones a lot, and don't get me wrong. I think if you're unsure about the guy you just paid a ton of money to, that was a brilliant signing for them. I don't know how Jacksonville didn't just pay him to be their backup, but Mac Jones is one of the best backups in the league. Yeah, I don't know what to make of the Niners. Do they have enough talent to beat any of these teams on our top 10s? I mean, yeah, I think, when you're talking a top 15, they would definitely be there. And like I said, they are probably, if you were listening, instead of just typing, I said that the Niners are probably number 10. But I threw the Saints in there because it was a mishmash of teams that I don't trust any of them. So
he says here the Hawks should have lost to the Colts. Well, they probably should have, but they didn't. And for the record, that was last week's rankings where I kept the Seahawks in the 4 spot. I didn't move them up for beating the Colts. And if record serves, I think I may have actually moved them down 1 for barely beating the Colts.
They won a sloppy game, and then this week won a very good one.
Yeah. So for the record, I punish teams accordingly and I rank teams accordingly. And out of the 11-4 teams, the Niners are the least impressive of all of them. It's not meant to be an insult, but the problem is when you have a large grouping of teams with pretty much the same record, there will be teams in that grouping that find their way out. And when your best win in the last month and a half is over the Tennessee Titans, you're probably going to find yourself on the outside looking in there.
But like I said, if I have them at 10,
beat the Bears, they'll be in
those
here.
2 teams will meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
So yeah, you beat the Bears, you'll be in the rankings next week. So, Merry Christmas, Jason.
Have a good
one. I am baffled that EJ again does not have the Bears in his top 10. Like,
what is he doing?
Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't get me wrong. I love
incredibly high.
I love the swing of the Chargers at 3. My Chargers at 3, but my goodness, man, how do you not have the Bears in there?
The Patriots stay down. The Bills stay up.
Like,
does he just not update him? Is he asking AI to do this?
Maybe
he gave up and he's just like, AI, write me a top 10 list.
Like he did fair. I mean, did punish the Broncos for a loss. Seahawks get a win,
but not the Rams.
Yeah. I get it. Like a close. No, the Cowboys probably won't win a Super Bowl, Jason.
They
Like
will. They will.
I don't know what I don't know. If you've listened to this show over the 5-6 years that have been on here, please show me the time I predicted the Cowboys to, or even said seriously that the Cowboys were going to win a Super Bowl. I would love to.
I don't recall a time.
Yeah, I don't. I don't either. But yeah, EJ, man, you gotta get the Bears in there, bud. I don't.
EJ, write us a letter, send it to us, and we just like some explanations on a few of these things we said.
And like the Jags only moving up one after beating his number 2 team, like, and beating them soundly, by the way.
Right, and the Seahawks are behind the Rams.
It's just
I don't. What do you want them to do?
I have questions,
and I'm sure he'll be like, "Well, Stafford's still better than Darnold, and Nakua is still better than he's not better than Jigba. I think they're equally great.
I think they are equally great,
But he'll probably say if Devontae Adams plays, the Rams win that game, and they probably do. But that's another story for another day.
Going back, not to get back on this 49ers train, but I feel like Mike having them at 5 is worse than us having them out of our top 10.
I mean, there are things to like about the Niners. If you're focusing on
the good, I suppose.
The good, and you're like, okay, McCaffrey looks great. The defense looks healthy. Bethune was great. Thank you, Bethune, by the way. I needed 9.5 points out of Bethune, and tackles crushed that. So it was an excellent last 5 minutes for Bethune. So that guy's exciting. Good for him. But yeah, I think that the optics, so to speak, of the game in Indianapolis looked good. Like, it looked real good. They looked strong. They looked comfortable. But man, if the Colts could have tackled anyone at any point and made them like have to go into their playbook instead of just hand it off or throw to whoever's open, I think then I'd have been more. But yeah, the Colts just looked. I mean, they looked like the worst team of the last 4 the Niners have played.
It's pretty rough. Look, even Jason agrees they shouldn't be 5. He said if they had Bosa, Warner, etc., they should be 5. So
yeah,
5. We already found common ground with Jason.
All right, at least we know he wants us in the 10.
He's like a homer a bit, but he's not like a crazy homer.
But he's more realistic than we're giving him credit for.
There we go. Well done, sir. I apologize for some of my snarkiness earlier. Yeah, otherwise, Sean, like I think we have similar ideas. I don't hate you getting the Jags up as high as you did. You had them at 5. You moved them up there to this.
They looked real good.
They did,
and I am on board with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, I mentioned earlier, benched him in fear that do not bench him for any reason.
No,
he is playing with a fury, and whether it's the coach down there that has finally fixed the situation, or it's just riding a wave of confidence, whatever's going on there.
Duval.
The addition of Jacoby Myers to the other side opposite BTJ.
And
the emergence of Parker Washington. That's been a huge story this year.
But that trade for Jacoby Myers looks to be one of the best in season trades.
It's phenomenal. It's a safety blanket. It's a guy that, and now you can let BTJ just run the big chunk routes. Yeah, I think the Jaguars are legit. I can see them being someone I wouldn't want to play in the first round of the playoffs.
For sure.
But or any round for that.
Jason says they'll choke in the playoffs just like the Bucks. Well, the funny thing is the Bucks probably won't make.
Bucks probably won't be there. So that's that's the incorrect statement. They won't choke in the playoffs.
Yeah, I probably could have moved him up higher. It just felt and maybe I probably should have put him over the Broncos.
Do I really think the Jaguars are better than the Seahawks, Patriots? I mean, Patriots maybe. I still don't know what to make of them 100%. Love Drake May. Love parts of the Patriots. Don't really know. But the Broncos, to me, like, they're going to win again, and then they're going to, like, go back.
I honestly think that loss in the long run may be one of the best things that could have happened to the Denver Broncos.
Can't go running into the playoffs with a head of steam like that.
Because what? This past week, they had won 11 in a row. This past week would have been 12. If you don't lose again, you'd be going in there with a 14-game winning streak, and you got a bye week. That would have been tough. So and here's the thing, like, I know, like, it's all those old cliches, like you learn more from a loss than you do a win, but like I think really in the long run, this loss kind of getting a reset.
Just a
right
little slap
before
in the face, a
yeah,
little
it's
reminder.
a reality check.
Yeah,
It's a reality check.
check that like, oh, we're not invincible, and I think you always know that, but you start to build it inside that like maybe you are. But yeah, I think the Broncos will be just fine. They still have one of the like 3 deepest rosters in the league, so
Yeah.
they'll be fine.
Yeah, they are they're a great team. A lot of those out there. Sean, any other thoughts on the power rankings?
No, I'm good.